Well, isn't that a fine howdy-do? Luna and I were just fixing to head out on our daily nature appreciation walking meditation when a group of young folks came wandering up the path to my getaway here in the middle of nowhere. I looked at Luna to see her reaction to these folks, because my furry friend here is a highly reliable judge of character. Luna sat up and looked these three young'uns over, and then laid back down in the grass without a reaction. So I took that to mean that there was nothing to be concerned about here with these kids. They looked kind of worn out and disoriented, so I figured maybe they needed some kind of help, maybe.
Hello to the house. Can we come up there? Or does that dog bite?
Luna? No, I've never known him to bite anyone. Of course, I don't think I've seen a time when he had cause to. So, what brings you three young folk way out here?
Well, to tell it plain, we got lost. Our old truck broke down along the road back there somewhere. We sat for about 2 hours and nobody came. So we decided to walk to town. It was Jimmy Bob's bright idea for us to take a shortcut over the mountain. Now we have been walking all day and don't even know which way is which.
My name is Elias, and this furry one here, beside me with the 4 legs and a tail, is named Luna. Who do I have the pleasure of meeting up with on this fine day?
My name is Gracie O'Banion, and these here are my 2 brothers, Jeb and Jimmy Bob O'Banion.
Well, Gracie, Jeb, and Jimmy Bob, welcome to my humble home. You're welcome to come on up to the house. But Jimmy Bob, it looks like you've got yourself a shotgun there. And Jeb, you have a knife. So that hardware will have to stay behind.
Yeah, man. Like I'm Jeb and stuff. What am I supposed to do with my shotgun? I don't got no more shells. What if someone walks off with it?
Stop tripping, Jeb. Nobody's gonna take that old shotgun. Hello, Mr. Elias. I'm Jimmy Bob. I'll leave my hunting knife here on this stump, and Jeb'll set his shotgun right next to it. So, all good?
That sounds just fine, kids. But let me ask Luna what he thinks about it.
You're asking the dog, man.
Yep. I run everything by Luna. He sees, hears, and knows things few humans can imagine. Luna is not just any dog. He is the white dog of Quan Yin.
The white dog of Quan who? I never heard of her.
Luna just told me that it will be just fine if you kids come on up here to the cabin and come on in. But Gracie, he just told me that you also have a weapon with you, and he wants you to set that on the stump with the others. After you do that, you 3 can come on in and have some supper. I'm guessing you're a mite hungry by now.
Wait a minute, how'd that dog know I have a little pistol in my purse? By the way, I just carry it for protection and not to harm anyone, but I don't get it. How did he know, and who is Quan Yin anyway?
Dang, a mind-reading dog. This is all getting kind of woo-woo, don't you think?
Now we have something in common. You don't know who Quan Yin is, and I've got no idea what you mean by woo-woo. So why don't you all just head in here? You can use the sink to wash up. And then I have a pot of chili beans and some homemade bread in there waiting for you. And don't worry, there's plenty. When I'm cooking something, I usually cook enough for a week. So then, while we're eating, I'll tell you all about Quan Yin and Luna here, her white dog.
Sounds cool, man. And if you want, we can tell you what woo-woo means.
Fair enough. Gracie, drop your little pistol over there on the stump with the shotgun and knife, and then come on in. While you 3 eat your fill of beans and bread, I will tell you all about the goddess Bodhisattva Quan Yin and her white dog Luna here who you see sitting by the fire. You can count on a true story because Luna is listening and will correct me if I go off course at all. Be sure to save a little room, because I have a ginger cake begging to be eaten, so we can have that with some coffee after supper.
So man, you're sure nobody's gonna grab my rifle out here from this stump? Right.
It's highly unlikely, Jeb. Ever since Luna arrived, I haven't seen anything go missing. Used to be there was a wily raccoon around here that would take off with all of the left feet from my pairs of sandals. All she seemed to want were those left feet, so I was unable to pair up the leftovers. But then one day I saw Luna talking to her. Luna speaks raccoon quite fluently, I discovered. Well, anyway, after that, the raccoons stopped pillaging my porch. That was the last bandit I've seen around here. And it's been quite a spell now.
So Luna here talks to raccoons. Who else does she talk to?
That there is a good question, Gracie. And it also relates to your other fine question about the Ascended Master Bodhisattva Quan Yin. So, while we're enjoying supper, I'll tell you all about it. You see, Luna here is Quan Yin's dog, and not mine. Luna is just here at Quan Yin's request to assist me. Because, as it turns out, this remote cabin here in the mountains is situated in the energetic field of what the Ascended Masters refer to as a gateway between the worlds. And I, as it turns out, am what is known in the higher realms as a gatekeeper.
Gateway between worlds. I only know about this world, man. What are you saying? That there's more than one world or something?
Well, Jeb, here's what I want all three of you to do. Go over to that window there and point your finger at the space between the stars. How far does that direction you're pointing in go? And I'll give you the answer. That direction is infinite and goes on forever. But you're pointing at the infinite from this third-dimensional world. So, infinity is much vaster than easily comprehended by human perception. Because not only is the space surrounding this third-dimensional world infinite, but also there are infinite parallel dimensions, each of which is also infinite. You see, infinity across multiple dimensions is the nature of the divine source and destiny of the great oneness of the all. And that infinity not only spans the space around, but also the space within you. Your very bodily forms also contain the infinite. So, anyway, the nearby gateway that my cabin finds itself situated next to is a portal between this planetary third-dimensional world and the fifth-dimensional realm of Va. While this world consists of matter, Va is of a much higher vibrational substance. Everything that exists in Va is made of love, and Va is the abode of the Ascended Masters, including the goddess Quan Yin and her white dog Luna. Luna arrived here through the gateway and came to visit my humble abode. That was the beginning of a very big transformation in my life. Because Luna and I became great friends who didn't need to speak to each other. We simply heard each other's thoughts. And in this way, I learned a great deal about his higher dimensional home. He and I used to take daily adventures through the mountains, and I found out later that he was doing this to strengthen my physical body in preparation of containing more light. Then, when he thought I was ready, he led me to the portal. It was situated at a waterfall that was not there before. And out of the rainbow that was caused by the falling water, into the crystalline pool below, stepped the Bodhisattva Quan Yin. She had arrived to tell me what my planetary mission would consist of as a gatekeeper between the worlds.
Wow, far-reaching stuff, man. So Luna here is from a higher world, and you are a gatekeeper between this here world and that one. Am I getting this right? If I am, then what more can you tell us about this goddess who came here? Will she be coming back? Is there a chance we could see her?
I can't really say whether you might see the goddess Quan Yin while you are here. I myself have seen her only once there at the Rainbow Waterfall. I've been back up there a few times with Luna, but I'll be darned if the waterfall was nowhere to be found. So I asked Luna where the heck it went, and he told me that it exists on the far side of the gateway and can only be seen when the gateway is open. So I then asked Luna, how do we open it? And he said to open a gateway, one needs to be occupying their diamond body of light. Then he said my diamond body is emerging, but not yet fully actualized. So I asked him if he had a diamond body, and he said this is it. But anyway, Jimmy Bob, you played an important part in the arrival of you three to this sacred place, because it was you who suggested that the three of you come across these mountains. Very few ever arrive in this place, and I was told by the goddess that those who come here are destined to do so. This mountain cabin is a sacred place on the planet Earth, and I am its humble caretaker. But although I cannot say whether you will see the goddess Bodhisattva Quan Yin during your visit, I can indeed tell you a great deal more about who she is.
I, for one, am looking forward to hearing more about this goddess Quan Yin, because truth being told, I didn't really know goddesses actually even existed. But first, can you tell us more about this diamond body of light that you're going to need to have to open up a gateway? You say Luna here already has his diamond body, but he just looks like a big fluffy white dog to me, and not made of diamonds or anything.
The diamond body, rather than being an actual body made of diamonds, is a level of awakened consciousness.
Hold the phone, man. Did I just hear that dog talk? Or did you put an extra something special into them beans?
Well, it kinda caught me off guard the first time Luna spoke up. But now I've grown quite accustomed to it, and I carefully listen to all that he says. You see, as I told you kids, Luna is not your everyday average canine. Luna is the white dog of Quan Yin and an ascended being of the 5th dimension. So, although you're not currently witnessing the presence of the goddess Quan Yin, you are indeed in the presence of a being who exists at her level of divine manifestation.
I really didn't think that Luna here would actually talk. I thought what you were saying was you could hear his thoughts, mind-reading kind of stuff.
It is indeed mind-reading, Gracie, because that is how I talk. I speak through the mind universal.
Holy cow, man.
So, the diamond body is the highest state of human consciousness while manifest in the 3rd dimensional realm. Because when you have evolved to the level of diamond consciousness, you have completely awakened to your Atman, which is that aspect of your being that is infinite and eternal. Your Atman is timeless. It is prior to and beyond birth and death. However, what makes the actualization of your diamond body unique when compared with other enlightenment experiences and advanced levels of consciousness is that your diamond body is the permanent realization of who you are. Enlightenment is no longer an experience that you have. Instead, it is your constant state of being. It is called diamond consciousness because it cannot be affected by anything in the natural world. No element can cut through or penetrate a diamond. The only substance that can do this is light, and when light passes through a diamond, the effect is prismatic because the entire rainbow of manifestation is the result.
So, when you and Elias went up the mountain, you told him he could only open the gateway of Quan Yin into the 5th dimension after he actualized his diamond body of consciousness. But isn't he the one she chose to be the gatekeeper? How can he be the gatekeeper if he can't open up the gate?
The goddess Quan Yin exists beyond time and space. She saw that Elias would come to reside on this sacred mountain of her gateway of Quan Yin and fulfill a great mission. She saw in the Akashic record that Elias would be a man of kindness and enlightenment who lives in harmony with the laws of the universe. He does this as a part of his inherent nature and would therefore be ready to occupy his infinite body of light, the diamond body. This is why I arrived here. It is my purpose to prepare Elias to fully become the gatekeeper and occupy his diamond body. Soon it shall be done.
Well, kids, it's getting late and we've probably given you more to ponder than you bargained for. You 3 can lay out your sleeping bags here by the fire, and I'll bring you some cushions for your heads. Tomorrow, if you wish, I will tell you much more about the goddess Quan Yin and how she first came to be an ascended master.
Thank you, friend, for watching this video story about diamond consciousness and the white dog of Quan Yin. This story is directly related to the new trilogy, The Multidimensional Tales of Va, by Leland T. Lewis, available in hardcover, paperback, and digital format at Amazon. To learn more about these mystical books, please visit through the link in this video's description. To see more video stories related to the multi-dimensional tales of Va, please place a like and subscribe below. We would be happy to have you with us on this metaphysical journey. Thanks again, and we wish you 10,000 blessings along your way.